Hello guys, welcome to Dr. AI Academy. Today I'll be taking you through a short introduction into GitHub, how it is used, what it is, and everything a beginner needs to know about GitHub. So what is GitHub? GitHub is a platform where coders, developers keep their projects on the cloud. So it is used for safekeeping, version control, and also collaboration. So that is the main essence of GitHub. So let's get right into it. The registration and everything a beginner needs to know. All right, guys, let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is go to github.com. So when you go to github.com, you can register, enter your email, and follow all the procedures to have an account with GitHub. So I have a new account that I recently created. So that is what I'll be using for this tutorial. So this would be a very short video. Okay, this one. So now this is what you would see initially. So for beginners, just go to this, go to your profile. So in your profile, there are a lot of things going on, but we'll just touch on the things you just need to know. Now, the first thing you need to know is repositories. So repositories are like folders on your laptop. So when you save files in your folders, you are able to, locate them easily. So think of repositories or repo as something like that. So let's create a new one, a new repo, new project. That's something. Make sure the owner is yourself. You can put a description of the project, then add a readme file. That's optional, and all these other things you can just leave it as it is. Then create repository, and just like that, you have a repository on GitHub, right? So the next thing is, how do you add files to it? So there are a lot of ways to add files to your repository, but we'll just go through the upload file method. So let's just upload the file. So there's a file I created, first file. So you can see first file.txt. That is the file I'm uploading. Now, next thing we'll be talking about is commits. So commit is a snapshot of a task you are doing or an action you are doing. So if you are changing anything in your repository, you are updating your files, you are adding a file, it is a commit. So you need to name that commit. So this is useful in the sense that, we mentioned that GitHub is a version control platform. You can keep track of your files and the changes that happens. So this is a functionality that helps it do that. So when you create a commit, you can go back to where that commit was done. So it's like traveling in time, right, to what happened before where you are. So this commit, we can say adding file, that is the task we are doing, right? So you can add more description. So commit directly to main branch or create a new branch, but we'll commit to the main branch. So commit changes, and your file is in your repository. So now, we mentioned branch when we were creating a commit. So what is a branch? A branch is a duplicate of your folder. So when we are doing version control, we have a main file we're working with. We have a main branch. That is where our working files are. So imagine you are working on a project and you are in a good place, but you want to explore other methods or whatnot. What can you do? You can create a branch. So that branch will duplicate your main branch, and you can work on that branch separately. And if you make any mistake or errors, you have your main branch where it is untouched. So that is the benefit of having branches. So let's see how we can create a branch. Now we have our branches here. You can see we only have a main branch. So we can view all our branches. There's only the main branch here. So let's create a new branch. Branch 1. Create new branch. So you would see you have your default, you have your branches, active branches. So if you go back to your repository, now you can see there are 2 branches now. And if you click on this, you can switch between branches. So if we switch to branch 1, you can see that we have the same files that were in the main branch. I hope you get it. So now, this README, it's created automatically when we created this repository. Remember, we checked or we activated new README file. So it created a README for us. So a README is like a description of, or where you write a description of what is happening in your repository, just for your knowledge or someone that is accessing your repository so that they can understand what is going on. So it's just, text. It's a markdown file. So let's edit it. We're in the new branch now. So we are editing branch 1. Remember, I said when you do any change, you're creating a commit. So you can see commit changes. So commit changes. So it's already adding a description for you where you can change it or not. So you can see commit directly to the branch 1 or create a new branch for this commit. So if you do this, you create another branch and this change will be in that branch. So let's commit changes. So now our branch 1 is a little bit different from main branch. So that is where pull requests comes in. So you can see it's already telling us branch 1 add recent pushes 11 seconds ago, compare and pull request. So what is pull request? Pull request is just think of it like an email. You are sending an email to your boss, you made a change, you want to let the boss know that, okay, I've made this change and I want to incorporate it into our main folder. That is what a pull request is. A pull request is trying to tell you that there's a change in your branch, you want to add it, or you are requesting, you want to merge it to the main branch. So you'll see all your pull requests here. So now you might be wondering, why do you need all of this? Now, GitHub is not just for you alone. It is used for collaborations, like I mentioned. So people have access to what you give them access to. So when you are creating a repository, you can either make it public or private. So if it's public, people have access to it. They can fork your codes. They can, create pull requests, create issues, talk about things. So that is why all this is necessary. So when someone creates a branch from your project and make some changes, they can send you a pull request that, hey, I made this change, review it and see if you like it, and you can merge it into your file. So you can create a new pull request. So base can say branch 1. Okay, sorry. From main branches. So now we have this is our main branch, this is our branch 1, and we can see the changes. So this is what is in main branch. You can see it in red, and this is what changed. You can see that this is what we added to branch 1. So we can now create pull requests based on that. You can put a description, then create pull request. So the pull requests have been created. So if you go to pull requests, you can see there's one just up there. You can look at it. Now you will see everything that you need to, review. You can see the commits, file changed, to tell you what changed in which files. I hope you understand. You have changes that have happened in your README file. It can be any file that is in the folder or in the repository. So to tell you what changed, and you will decide whether you want to merge. So um, merging means you're adding that branch or the changes that happen to that branch into your main branch. So you need to verify what is happening there very well. Then if you click on merge, so these are also another commit. So it's telling, so once you do an action, you're creating a commit. So confirm merge. So we've confirmed the merge. So our branch 1 is now added to our main branch, and this pull request will be closed. So if you go to pull request now, there'll be nothing there. If you go back to your code, so we are currently in the main branch. If you check the README file, you can see that the change is now here. We are editing branch 1. So I hope you got something from this video, and hopefully you are now able to get started on using GitHub. Make sure you share this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.